Quality stocks over rubbish stocks. Here's the evidence it always pays off. Well, it certainly does in the long term, on the day-to-day basis. Maybe it always does, but people will get a bit of doubt there and a bit of fear. I'm going to show you something right now. Look at the S&P 500, down today 0.5. It's actually only down 0.25 because I double it because I'm in margin, right? So when I'm up more. When I'm down more. That's perfectly fine. You take the rough with the smooth. However, I want to answer a couple of questions and show you a couple of stock which might make you think NVIDIA to mention, all right? So first of all, I want to put this on the screen. Matt Dillon says, Martyn, the S&P investing is pretty much a sure thing, but also surely boring thing. I wish you would set a separate account of 10 best performing stocks at the same time, adjusted with moves for fun. And I said I don't find boring making money. I don't think making money is boring. I don't mind the ups and the downs. In fact, when they go down, I'm looking for opportunity, but I'm looking for macro conditions. But I want to just make a point here. The S&P is going down today. Bit of a trim off. Does it really matter? We're at all-time highs yesterday. Of course it doesn't. It's what happens over and over again. We'll always set all-time highs a few weeks from now or whatever. But what's really important is this. People dumped in the carry trade to buy the Russell, to buy the rubbish. They made some profit. They bought back the quality. And we saw that, and then the markets rallied. We got the rate cuts and so on and so forth. And look at this, because people telling you that the Russell is the way to go. Even Tom Lee will say buy the small caps. That's where the biggest money is. However, he does say that the Mag 7 will always follow the market as well. But look at this. Even though the overall market is down 0.25, because I'm exaggerating because of margin, all right? Let's have a look. Let's look at tech today. When tech has been sort of out of favor, been sold off, Google is up today, despite all of that. Microsoft is barely down at all. It's down 0.2. It was bouncing around this sort of the midline here. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, which is one of the most volatile of all the tech stocks, Mag 7, it's actually going up again. Now, this is a really bullish sign to me because we've talked about this in October when we get the earnings and when we get Blackwell reports and all the rest of it. People are really worried if it doesn't price to perfection. I've already covered this yesterday on the price of 210 within 12 months. Because the reason is it's already been sold off. It's already, if you look at the forward price, the forward peg ratio, it's still good value. Google's one of my favorites for sort of valuation. But tech, AI is NVIDIA, right? That's the number one. And it's already had some significant sell-off. So even though the general market is down today, and 6.6% of my VU is NVIDIA is actually up. So actually, the quality is doing what it was designed to do. It's holding up the S&P. If it wasn't for the quality, if we took away NVIDIA, the expensive stocks that are overbought and overpriced and all the rest of it, we took those away, my S&P today would be down considerably. So what does that tell us? It tells us that NVIDIA is fine. It tells us that we're going to have a good report in October. It tells us we can be bullish. It tells us people are taking profits, but there's a lot of stocks in the S&P that are moving down today, and they're pulling the market down. But the overall index has hardly moved. In fact, it's only down by 0.2. If I actually share with you the actual numbers, you can actually see it. You can see 0.3, I beg your pardon. 0.3, it's no big deal at all when you consider we've just hit an all-time high. But remember, even though it's down today, it's actually cheaper than it was. It's even better value than it was yesterday. And let me explain that. I showed you a picture this morning on a previous video, so I don't have that now, but I'm going to share with this on the screen and show you the cost of it all, the cost of everything, to buy everything. Here we go. This is margin. They didn't have to do this, but they did it. Robinhood reduced their margin to 6.05 from 6.55, 0.5%. They put the full amount into their margin, which is great. They didn't have to do that. They could have kept it up there. But look, $13.14. Can you see that if I just hold that there? $13.14 daily interest. That's $1.09 less than it was yesterday per day. And we worked that out. It was about $387 a year or whatever it was. Essentially, about 90% of one share of VU for free. So the cost to buy stocks has actually gone down. So there's a discount across the board. So anyway, the overall market is trimming off, but Google is still up. It's actually having a green day. NVIDIA is just starting to sell off a little bit, but it's pretty much on the line. This is very bullish for me. I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy to look forward to October and see how all this pans out. But if you are looking to buy more of the S&P, if you're not in the S&P, now is always the best time. Don't worry about all-time highs. Just don't go over leverage. Just don't spend what you can't afford to leave alone for a while. But we're going to be up again. We're going to have a Santa rally, and the end of the year is going to be very nice. Thank you very much. And next year will be even better. So we got good future to look forward to. In my case, I am looking for a 10-15% drop before I buy any more, because I built in the comfort zone now. And that is the beauty of staying in the market. The longer you're in the market, the bigger your room of comfort gets. And I'll use an example. A friend of mine who's got millions of shares of Amazon when it came out, when it was pennies, never ever worries about market volatility. And that is the benefit of waiting and being in. And if you go, well, that's all right for him, he's in the market, blah, blah, blah. Well, then get in the market. Get in the market, and you will be that guy in a year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. Very simple. Just get involved, stay involved, and get the clock ticking. To me, this is great. Quality is the best. Quality will always outperform rubbish. It will always rise to the top. Like I use the analogy, cream always rises to the top. Stay invested. Don't worry. Look for the macro conditions. Look for the false news, look for the drama, wait for it, let it settle, and then jump. But jump with conviction. Jump with conviction, and don't be afraid of that conviction. Know now what you're going to do. If all these things happen, have your 10 moves already laid out in your mind. I know exactly what I'm going to do. If the stock market continues going up, absolutely nothing. When I get my dividends, the auto dividend reinvest is turned off. I just put it in my margin. I don't reinvest it. I just put it in my margin because I don't want to be buying the prices now. I've got the prices that I bought back in January. I want to be paying those prices off, those margins off, if you like. If the market goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, I do absolutely nothing. If the stock market goes down 10, 15%, I am all in, ready to go with 50 grand. Now, the longer it takes before it goes down that sort of level, and remember, if it does 1% today, 1% tomorrow, 1% tomorrow, we ultimately get to that sort of 460, 480. That's the sort of price I would jump all in. Between now and then, I'm paying down my margin. I'm reducing my margin. I'm paying more and more off, and I'm getting prepared for that. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. I've got enough to take me to $1 million. I just wait and have patience. And if it goes up, then it goes up. Simple. So there you go. Quality is best. It just shows you that even though the overall markets are down, NVIDIA, Google, Microsoft, they're all right. They're doing good. Quality is doing all right. The cheaper stuff is being sold off today. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description, over here and over here. I shall post more stuff that will be useful to you. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.